Welcome back to my Lemmings Reunion level solving commentary video series, and we are going to be continuing with the Nightmare rank. First up is Nightmare 11. The chosen Lemmings are raw. And there's a time limit of 3 minutes here. Okay, this one I would say is a little tricky, but it's not too difficult. As has been true with many of the levels in this pack, and pretty much has mostly been true with the Nightmare rank. This is pretty much an example of another level where it involves creative separating of lemmings from a crowd to prepare some of the work ahead before the crowd gets into danger. That's pretty much a recurring theme in Icho's packs. And to be honest, I really like these levels anyway because most of the time the original Lemmings, even in the later ranks, it didn't really do much beyond just let the player, hold back the crowd with blockers until the worker lemming was done with making the path ahead. Well, when it comes to levels like these, where you need creative methods to separate lemmings from crowds to prepare the work ahead, that's where players often run into trouble. Yeah, just because of the way that the levels from the original Lemmings taught players. Yeah, basically just to hold back the crowd with blockers. Yeah, until the path was ready. That's the most common way. But there are much more creative ways as well. Yeah, sometimes you do hold back the crowd temporarily. Other times, there isn't really any way, and so you just have to stall them long enough, before any of them allow them to get into danger. Anyway, first lemming on the right will build, and then after a while, we max out the release rate. Yeah, this will be important. Yeah. Let's see. Yes, I make the builder a climber. Okay, first one up ahead here will bash, and then one of the lemmings here will build. We build in such a way so that everyone else will be taking this path down here, while one lemming will be going on ahead to the right, while the builder will turn around to the left in a bit. And then we also give this lemming a climber, as he will be the worker lemming on the left side. Okay, there we go. Alrighty, so as you can see here, we pretty much have several lemmings who will be doing the work here. Yeah, some of them temporarily, others will carry the rest of the work for the remainder of the level. So this lemming here will just simply provide a stepping builder brick for the lemming up here. So that's all he's needed for. So he's going to climb back out and drown in the water, but that's perfectly fine, as we are allowed to lose one more lemming. And yes, one of the lemmings that slipped by here while this builder was in progress, that was another one of our losses. But in any case, this is our last casualty that we can afford. And yes, the lemming from up here floated down safely. So now he's on the builder brick, and he will patch up this gap with 2 builders. This climber, in the meantime, will mine, so that he can get down here and then up ahead to prepare the builder for this gap before the crowd arrives. This lemming that just fell from up here will float down, and also he'll build over the button for the trap here before the crowd arrives. Yes, and again, 2 builders. And yeah, there's the casualty we're allowed. That's our last one. Then we dig down here. So currently this is flat height, but this worker lemming will turn back to the left later to build a platform for the crowd that will be going up here. This crowd, that is. So yes, this builder finishes just in time before the crowd arrives. Okay, patch up this gap with a builder. And also same thing here. And again, he finishes just before the crowd arrives. Alright, so everyone is now walking to the left here. So all that's left to do is to build a platform for the crowd that will be coming up here, and that's it. Certainly a very nice level here. And pretty much one of my favorites as well. So yes. So as you can see, they now survived the drop, and there's plenty of leeway there. And we finish with 13 seconds to spare. Alrighty, Nightmare 12. Way into Madness. And another one with a timer. 5 minutes and 5.5 minutes, that is. This one was currently patched up. So those builder pickups that you see, yeah, that's the result of background fixing. So that's why you see 2 replays as well. And yes, the solution is different on Lemmini because there's pretty much like no way to patch it up like we can here in Neo Lemmings, as Lemmini does not have pickup skills. So as it is, yeah, the level in Lemmini is very backgroundable right now. So, with the second to last lemming, we bash, so we allow 2 lemmings to go to the left. One of the lemmings will dig down here, while allowing the other lemming to go to the left. Okay, this will create a turning point for the crowd when they come back. So, the one that went on ahead to the left will float down, and then patch up this gap with some builders. Okay, and the last lemming in this crowd will bash to the right. Build over the firebox, and the same thing here. And yes, the firebox traps here are essentially a way to ensure that the only safe way is to come from the right side. Alrighty, just let me collect the builder pickups, and then these 2 will go on ahead and patch up these gaps. Okay, and the same thing here, the one that just came back from here. Okay, both of them will turn around, and these builders' staircases will provide a landing point for these lemmings, so that they are able to continue to the left. Okay, in the meantime, we bash with one of the lemmings here to allow only one lemming to go on to the right, while everyone else will turn around. Okay, he will float down, and then patch up this gap with some builders. Okay, these 2 that are going to the left here will both be climbers. Okay, the first climber will bomb here, creating a bomber hole so that the other climber can come in here and bash, and then he'll float down safely. Okay, patch up this gap with some builders. And yes, this is the lemming that was that went to collect the builder pickups and also patch up the gap here. So he's finally made his way to here. Okay, this lemming will just float down and go to the exit safely. Okay, these lemmings will take another detour. Yeah, thanks to this builder staircase here. So as you can see. Okay, and then finally, our last builder will be used here, so that the crowd will land on this builder staircase and make another detour. Alrighty, and then finally all that's left to do is to mine down here, so as to create a turning point for the crowd. And that is it. So it's certainly a difficult level now that it's been properly patched up. Alright, so we finished with 21 seconds to spare here. Alright, Nightmare 13. Face down and pushing through. Not too difficult of a level. There's really only one very difficult part here. Everything else is like not as difficult. Alrighty, so after one lemming falls out, I max out the release rate and let 4 lemmings out before dropping it back to the default. Okay, with the one lemming going on ahead, we dig down here. And then with the last lemming in the crowd, I build. So this way, the no one else can use the dig pit besides these 4. So the crowd is now effectively contained up here. So the hardest part here is pretty much ensuring that only 2 lemmings go on to the right, while 2 lemmings go out to the left. Alrighty. So one will drop down here. The next one will just build to reach this platform over here. While these two will be safely contained between the bones for the time being. Okay, bash on through here. Okay, so at this time I released these two lemmings with a miner to the right. And then this one will go on and climb and float down. And the other hard part is here making sure that you have a lemming from both sides arrive at about the same time. Okay, this will ensure that no one will fall into the water. Okay, once that is done, then we build up here. Now we use 3 climbers to bomb our way through up. Yep, so that's why we need 4 lemmings. The 4th one would just simply use this now clear path to get up here. Okay, patch up this gap with the builder. He turns around. And then we mine out the crowd. Okay, and now all that's left to do is to dig here. There we go. So I ended up using the athlete here. Well, actually, I don't think he... I'm not sure if he's a floater. I don't think he is, actually. No, he is an athlete. So I used the athlete. And then, unfortunately, one lemming slipped by. But that is okay. We do have a floater. So that he can drop down safely and go to the exit. Alrighty, the next one. Nightmare 14. Justice for Heroes. Now this one, I remember this one being quite a difficult level. Yeah, this one definitely took me a while when I first played on Lemmini. Alrighty, second lemming will build. Okay, and then I max out the release rate after a couple more lemmings. Okay, bash on through here. Okay, the trickiest part here is making sure that we have 1 lemming falling out to left and then 1 lemming falling out to the right. Okay, and the way I did this is that I dug with one of the lemmings facing to the right. Yeah, so one of the last lemmings going out to the left, yeah, is able to fall through before he gets onto land. So both of these will float down safely. First lemming here will mine, so as to create a turning point for the crowd, while only letting 2 more lemmings slip out. Yeah, who will both receive floaters. This miner will also receive a floater as well. And these 3, along with this floater down here, will go on to use the exit here for floaters. Okay, he builds this platform for the crowd, who will be coming back to the right now. And then, of course, we patch up this gap with some builders. Okay, so there we go. So this one is quite close to splat height. Yeah, about 1 or 2 more pixels. Okay, and this let me finish this on time before anyone arrives. Okay, now I give him that floater. Okay, so now the crowd will go on ahead to the right here. We get this blocker pickup, and I send out 2 climbers who both happen to be close to each other. Okay, here I dig down. The one that goes on ahead. That one happened to be a safe drop. Oh yeah, plenty of leeway there. Alrighty, we build. And then after a couple of builder bricks, we block. As we will later release him with a basher. Okay, this climber comes on up. And then he turns around the blocker there. So pretty much here, yeah, pretty much we could have saved more time by just simply digging down around here instead of making this climber-friendly wall available to him. Okay, then we build here. Oh, actually, no, it is necessary because we need to use the builder-miner combo here. So no, we have to place the digger right here. Alrighty, now we go ahead and use the miner-builder combo here. Oh yes, and at this time I send out another climber. And then I dig down here once he gets to the top. So he uses this builder staircase to continue here. Okay. And the way the digger was placed, yeah, a lot of lemmings was put out to the right, but fortunately that is okay here, as there's there is a gap here. Yeah, so they fall just before the Ghostbuster trap. And then finally, all that's left to do is to bash the blocker free, and that is it. Alrighty, the next one. Nightmare 15. Try, Die, Cry. This one I also remember being a difficult one. And it is especially frustrating on Lemmini. Especially with the builder placements with some of the gaps. Alrighty. So, we're gonna send some Lemmings out to the left here. They will get floaters. Alrighty, and then here I dig so that nobody else can go out to the left. So I send out 3 Lemmings. Okay. Then these 2 get climbers, as we would delay them by making them climb to get the basher pickups and also to take a detour here. So to give this guy enough time to patch up some gaps. Okay, build over the exit. Yep, so here they come now. Alrighty, patch up this gap with a builder. So this is one of those places where, yeah, it can get extremely annoying placing the builder on Lemmini, as you cannot allow him to turn around. Yeah, if you do, then he'll just simply exit, and then that's one less word with Lemming. Yeah, and you need several up here. Okay, patch up this gap with a builder, as he will later bash the crowd out, this crowd out. Okay, build over this gap, of course. Okay, and fortunately for us, these Lemmings are sufficiently spaced out so as to give this worker Lemming enough time to build over the gap. Yeah, before the other one can slip by. Okay, collect these bomber pickups. Okay. Use a builder for this gap here. Okay, this will serve as the foot check for the basher, so that he keeps on going. Okay, this next climber will bomb up here. Okay, and then at this time, bash on through to release this crowd. And then, let me see, what happens? Yes, he is able to climb back out, so therefore we give him a floater. It is a floater, right? Oh, no, I'm sorry. No. I give a Lemming in the crowd a climber here. Alrighty, dig down here. And then we're gonna use another builder. This would serve as the head check for the basher, to help the basher keep going. Okay, so here he is now. Now we go ahead and bash out this crowd, and he could do all this with just one basher. This is where this builder comes in to help him keep going. And yeah, so with one Lemmings in this crowd, I go ahead and dig, and then this Lemming will, this climber needs a floater. Yeah, he unfortunately came back on time. Yeah, before the basher was able to get through. Oh yes, oh yes, I apparently bombed here. Yeah, to create a turning point for everyone. Yeah, before setting up this builder bridge. So let me go ahead and skip forward to that now. Alrighty, dig down here, give him a floater. Climber floater. Alrighty, and then finally all that's left to do is to bomb the staircase. Okay, and I used the athlete to do it. Yeah, as he was just simply come on back out here again. And he's essentially stuck in that infinite loop. So technically it doesn't have to be him, but we might as well do it just so we're not stuck waiting for a long time. But at the same time, we do have a spare builder. Yeah, for one of the athletes. Alrighty, so even with that leftover builder, it was apparently deemed acceptable. Number 16, another brick in the wall. Okay, now this level, I remember being stuck here for a really long time. This was the level that had me stuck the longest out of any other level in the Lemmings Reunion Pack when I first played it on Lemmini. Okay, I was stuck here for maybe about 2 to 3 weeks. So it sounded pretty similar to some of the roadblocks I had in Lemmings United. Although some of them took me a lot longer. So, here we have 3 entrances. One on the far left and then 2 right here. Okay, it's even more frustrating on Lemmini, yeah, especially this part here, with timing the bombers. As here, you need to have 2 Lemmings turn around, and then time one of them to bomb here, and then time another Lemming to bomb here as well, so that nobody else turns back to the left. Alrighty, first Lemming out of their left entrance will become a climber. Yes, so here we're gonna allow 2 Lemmings to turn around to the left before we start bombing through the chains. Okay, bash through the one-way wall here. Okay, so here we start bombing, and then one of the Lemmings that turned back to the left will dig down here, so as to create a path for the climbers to come back out later. Okay, bomb through this chain here. Alrighty, patch up this scaffold builder, making sure that he doesn't turn around. Alright, dig down here. And yes, and also at this time I was sent out this Lemming that's trapped down here as a climber. Okay. And we placed this digger in such a way so that he can be cancelled with a blocker. Okay, so now we have a climber friendly wall for the climbers here. So they're gonna use this wall to get up here. And then they'll make their way to the right. First climber will bomb here, so to create a bomber hole that the other climber can get into and start bashing to the right. Okay, so now he's down here. Patch up this gap with a builder, of course. Okay, mine down here. Oh yes, and then once he reaches this wall, we're gonna go ahead and bash through it. And then, with the first Lemming that's walking out to the right here, I'll go ahead and build here. We're gonna be using this as a platform for this crowd up here. Okay, and the crowd would later be released with a miner, which is being done right now. Okay, and plenty of leeway here. Okay, and then finally all that's left to do is to bash through the wall here, and that's it. But yes, like I said, I remember being stuck here for a very long time. Yeah, when I first played through this level on Lemmini. And pretty much the reason for that is that I cannot see where the digger was used. The other digger was used for a very long time. Everything else I pretty much had all figured out. Just this part I was missing for a very long time. And pretty much before that, I tried to see if I could maybe try solving it via back route, but I couldn't do it. And so, hence I was stuck here for a couple weeks. And then, finally, it just dawned upon me, and then, therefore, I was able to proceed with the rest of the pack. Alrighty, Nightmare 17, Frozen Mind. Pretty much the only hard part here is just simply timing the climbers correctly to make sure you get some of the tosses placed at the correct spots. Alrighty, send out a climber. And then, yeah, at this time I also assign another climber once he is far enough ahead. And then another climber as well. Okay, so 2 Lemmings will go on to the right, while the third one will dig down here. Okay, first Lemming will dig down here. And yes, once this digger is about here, then I'll send out another climber for the crowd here. Alrighty, so I pretty much timed this in such a way so that the next climber to come to drop here will build while the digger's going. No, he does not. No. So he just builds here so as to create a platform for the crowd here. And then here I should start building soon. There we go. Because pretty much this is done in such a way so that the crowd can drop down here safely, make their way to the right, and then come back to the left. Yeah, and since there's a gap here, they'll fall down safely with this builder staircase that's down there. Okay, and these two climbers were timed in such a way so that we can place these two builder staircases in such a way so that we can use them to bash back to this crowd. Alrighty, and yes, he gets a floater as well. And then, yeah, we start building the top builder staircase. And then after a couple more strokes with the digger, then we start building the next builder staircase. And then here, the Lemmini that gets down here will mine. Yes, and here we start mining as soon as he is on destructible terrain. Okay, this miner will go on ahead and patch up this gap with two builders, with our remaining two builders, that is. Alrighty, and then here, once the miner's low enough, then we're going to go ahead and start bashing. And once again, top builder staircase serves as the head check to allow the basher to keep on going, while the bottom one will serve as the foot check, providing the basher something to stand on and to keep on going. Okay, so this releases this climber, who will proceed to the right, and where we will use him to dig down here. And yes, as a matter of fact, let me see. Oh yes, the climber that did this builder here, yeah, he just came back to the right. So these two are like somewhat close to each other, but fortunately it is enough of a spacing to allow the lead climber enough time to dig through this before the other one can slip by and fall into the ice blower trap. Yeah, because that is pretty much the only thing that's left to do. Yeah, to dig down here. And yes, he gets through the terrain, allowing the other climber to get through to go to the exit. Okay, and that is already it. So here, yeah, the crowd is coming, they will go to the right, and then there's this hole here in which they'll fall through to the left and fall down onto this builder staircase safely while splatting. And oh, one more lemming. Oh yes, that's right. He was the basher, so therefore he climbs and uses the top route here. Yeah, and yeah, these are all safe drops. Yeah, no floaters needed. Alrighty, Nightmare 18, Under the Grinning Moon. Okay, this one is definitely backroutable in Lemmini, as I use a completely different solution than the one that's used here in the Neo Lemmings version. Alrighty, first lemming up will block here. Yeah, as this is a dangerous fall where everyone will splat. So we need to turn everyone back to the left here. Okay, we bomb under the first trap trigger. Okay, we allow one lemming to go on to the right, while the next one will bash to the left to give him some time to build over the trap trigger here. Alright, max out the release rate. Send out a climber to the right. Yes, and then with the last lemming in the crowd, I go ahead and mine the blocker free. These two will get floaters each. And yes, I send one of them as a climber. The other one I should send out soon, I think. So, okay, we bomb here. Okay, he's going to climb up. We're going to go ahead and build and connect with a wall up here. There we go. Now I'll send one up. Yeah, the other floater. Okay, he connects with the wall, so therefore he turns around. And then we let him float down, where he's going to use this bomber hole here to build, and then also to mine through the one-way wall. Yep, Oh, I guess not. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and build here then. Yeah, so I guess I use him to mine through the one-way wall. There we go. So this builder placement is crucial to allow the miner to keep on going. So in Lemmini, instead of these steel plates here, it was pretty much possible to simply build your way up. Yeah, but the way to achieve it is extremely precise. There's a lot of extreme precision needed. But it is possible to just simply build your way up. Yeah, and then just mine up here in order to get to the exit. And these blocks aren't even there as well. Alrighty, and then we need to go ahead and bomb here, creating this nice ramp for the artist to proceed further to the right. Okay, and then we only have one builder left, and you know what that's used for. It's used to get to the exit, and that is it. So somewhat of a difficult level here, but still not too hard. Alrighty, Nightmare 19. Balls ahead.
Let's go.
Okay, somewhat of a difficult level, but certainly a very nice one. Okay, second lemming will be a climber. The first one, which is simply turn back to the left and patch up this gap with a builder, so that nobody falls to the water. Okay, there we go. Now I send out another climber. Both of these will get floaters. Okay, and I send out yet another climber, who will also get a floater. Okay, and then I wait until we get down here. Yeah, and then I dig through. Okay, and then dig here again to avoid the ball trap. Okay, build, and then we're gonna go ahead and block here. Okay, the next one to get here will turn around, where we will also use a builder to get up here. Okay, and then the next one to go to the left will dig down here, while the first climb will go on to the right to prepare some more work ahead. Okay, build so that he can float down to this platform here. Okay, and then he's going to go ahead and bash through the one-way wall to release the crowd here. Okay, in the meantime... Oh yes, and the basher that releases the crowd, he'll be lost to the water, but that is perfectly fine, as we are allowed 2 losses here. Okay, dig down here, and then build. Okay, patch up this gap with the builder so that the crowd can land down here and proceed further to the right. Okay, and all this up here, it's a complete red herring. Yeah, I remember falling for this for a couple of minutes. Okay, and then build so that we can patch up this gap. It's the last gap before the exit. Okay, and then finally mine through the one-way wall. And the builder staircase was placed in such a way so that he uses it to keep on going and proceed to mine out the crowd. And that is already it. Like I said, somewhat of a difficult level, but certainly a very nice one. And the last level for this video, Nightmare 20. Pachelbel's Cannon. I think that's how you say the first one. Alrighty. So 4 lemmings, 2 from each entrance here. So pretty much the lemmings here will just simply have to work in harmony here. Okay, first one we'll build over so that we avoid the bear trap here. The first lemming down here will be a climber. The next one would just simply bash. Okay, and then of course build over the bear trap here. Okay, the climber that's up here will be stalled with a digger. Okay, patch up this gap with a builder. Alrighty, so one of the lemmings slips by and uses the bottom route here. The other one would simply use the top route. Okay, he would dig down here using the grass here to be stall some more. Build over the bear trap here. Okay, bash on through. Okay, this climber will go on ahead and on the bottom here. Okay, second lemming will dig to go out to the right to get a head start. Yeah, the other one will go back to the left and take a detour. Okay, patch up this gap with a builder. Okay, and then same thing here. Okay, he turns back around. Okay, and then dig down here. And then build. And then, as you can probably see from the setup, yeah, these two builder staircases will be used to keep a basher going. Okay, patch up this gap with a builder. We can't allow anyone to fall down here. There are some retractable boulder traps here. Okay, and he finishes just in time, yeah, before the other one can fall down here. Okay, build to get up here. There we go, now we start the basher section. Okay, dig before the bear trap. So yes, as you can see, yeah, he keeps on going because of the builder staircases here. Okay, bash through here. Okay, he will go on ahead and build over the 10 tons trap. Well, the next lemming that's coming... Oh, actually, no, he does not need to be delayed at all. Because he's pretty far ahead to build over the trap trigger before he comes. Okay, so that takes care of the two top lemmings. Now we can focus our attention on the bottom two here. Okay, the first one will go on ahead and build to get up here. And the second one will dig down through the grass root. Through the root, yeah, so as to give this guy enough time to patch up this gap. Alright, dig down here, and then build. Okay, build here, and then he will turn around. And then we're going to use this builder staircase to extend the miner, and also mine him out. Okay, he will go back to the left and take a detour, while this lemming will go on ahead to build over the 10-ton strap. Okay, and that is it. So, I remember this one being quite difficult, yeah, when I first played it. But it's quite a nice one, especially given the tricks that are needed here. Yeah, and also the stalling and delaying tactics that are needed to keep everyone safe. Alrighty, so that was 10 more levels in the Nightmare rank. So next time we will finish up the remainder of the Nightmare rank, as well as the final 10 levels of the Lemmings Reunion pack. I hope you enjoyed this video of the Lemmings Reunion Lemmings Reunion level solving commentary video series, and I'll see you all for the next one.